All right, hello, everybody. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. Let's get another message to see what it is that y'all need to hear at the moment. As always, take what resonates and discard the motherfucking rest. So for you guys, let's see what's going on, babes. I don't really have any. It's been pretty quiet actually, but yeah, let's see. Let's kind of see what's going on. So we have Mercury, we have the sixth house, and we have Pisces energy. Your mindset has officially shifted. Um, Pisces in the sixth house, your spiritual well-being is highlighted here. I feel like you guys are tapping into your spiritual side to negate some sort of mental anguish, shall we say. Because I do feel like there is or has been a mindset shift. People around you might be noticing this as well. With the first house, Taurus and the sun, I feel like you guys are stepping into, once again, your self-esteem, your confidence, and your self-worth. Okay? So yeah, I think that people are starting to notice this. Yeah, your outlook has changed with the sun. You're starting to see things in a little bit more of a brighter way. I feel like people are noticing about you as well. Because with the outer self, your first impression, your impact with the sun, you look like somebody who's very happy-go-lucky, shine and bright, doing your thing. But also, not only that, I feel like it's because of the mindset shift within yourself, right? Usually what tends to happen is as we think about ourselves in one way, other people will reflect that, right? So the better you view yourself and the more confident and self-loving you are, other people are going to notice that subconsciously. It's like an energetic thing. So how you think about yourself is how others are going to think about you as well. Okay, so I feel like you might be noticing this shift within other people too, where they're noticing something different about you, but they can't really put their finger on it. This is because of a mindset shift, okay? There's also a weird gift here where you can actually get people to see you how you want them to see you, okay? There's a little bit of something like that going on, but anyways, I digress. Let's see what's happening. We have Scorpio, definitely a transformation in the thoughts. Gemini. Yeah, there has been a mindset shift. Communication, Mercury. And Aries. Yeah, bold. The audacity. I feel like you guys are stepping into that energy of the audacity. Okay, let's see. What's with the ascendant? The Queen of Wands. Looking real good. Looking real tasty there, collective. Let's see. This ascendant in the sun. King of Wands. There's that Aries energy. You took action, okay, and changed and really took a look at something here about how you're viewing something in particular. Okay, could be a relationship. Could be, you just finding peace within yourself. All right, but you did take a closer look at something or how you were perceiving something, okay, which actually, it cleared the situation up. It cleared the situation up. It cleared an environment up. It cleared a relationship dynamic up. Like something here about your mindset has shifted and transformed, which shifted and transformed some sort of problem area in your life. Okay, and people are noticing this shift. So the King of Wands, you took action on something. This is like you fought for something. This is like you battling your own mind type energy, okay? But I feel like you've come out the other side. You've come out the other side. Let's see. Scorpio, Gemini. Yeah, okay, Hangman. I said what I said. Yeah, and here's the Death card. So you've definitely transformed a perspective. You may have sat in the middle of a shitstorm, okay? Observing and understanding, yes, I know I'm seeing things this way, but I can't really force a change right now, so I'm going to observe myself seeing things these ways, Yes, I am observing this quite crappily, but I'm going to sit in it because I can't force it to change. I'm going to let it do its thing. Because obviously things are running its course somewhere within the subconscious mind. Things are realigning and new thought forms are happening. So we're just going to let it run its course, this like, horrible mindset. And we're going to sit and observe and allow this transformation to happen. So I feel like that's what you did. You had to kind of sit in a more crummy type mindset, or the way you were viewing a situation, a scenario, just the events that are happening outside of yourself, right? There was a way that you were viewing it that really was from a lack point of view, or just more of a negative point of view. Kind of like it was like you were sitting in a mindset where you were always looking for problems or always looking for something that was wrong. Okay, I feel like this was old programming coming up to be transformed. So you kind of had to sit in that and witness it and view it, and then witness the environment interacting with that certain set of mindset. Okay, and now you're noticing a shift. You feel a little bit lighter. Your thoughts are a little bit more positive. You're looking at things a lot differently. Now you're also noticing your environment interacting with that mindset shift, okay? So things are easing up within your environment and within yourself. But the key point here is that you kind of had to sit in something for a moment while it came up to be transmuted, because you can't really like force a polarity. You have to slowly let it run its course. And when the energy dies down, or the mindset dies down, you can think a little bit more clearly. Like your mind's not always yelling and shouting at you. Something like that's coming through. What's the communication with Aries? The Ten of Swords. Yeah, you ended something here. Might have been quite a bit of time here. Okay, I feel like you've also rooted something or grounded something. This sun energy, okay, this King of Wands, Ten of Swords. May have taken a second. With the Queen of Swords too. I feel like you looked at what was burdening you as well. But this could have been a burden too, right? That Ten of Swords, I think something has come up to, it's like a grand finale, right? Letting go of the way of seeing something that you've held on for so long. Like you could have been working towards a different mindset towards something, but it kind of like crept back in, that old way of thinking. So I feel like there's an ending overall, like a finale, a grand finale. With that eclipse season, it does make sense. And didn't we just pass a full moon? Pretty sure. Ace of Swords. So it eclipsed right the fuck out of there. Okay? And I feel like there's a sense of trust that has replaced it, which allowed this mindset shift to happen. Okay? There's a sense of, I don't have to fight no more. Because I feel like you were fighting this new perspective for a little bit, okay? You knew, you were aware that you should probably be seeing the things a little bit differently, but you couldn't force it, so you had to sit there, right? That's what I'm getting. But with this Ten of Swords, you have the Sun. You've replaced it. Six of Wands, success and justice, balance. So that's a lot of good. The Sun, Six of Wands, that's like, you could have been battling yourself, your own ego. You feel me? But there's happiness and success here. Justice. There's like balance being restored. Eight of Wands and the Five of Swords. It's like self-sabotaging belief systems, you know? Like where you were sabotaging your own blessings, that type of thing, right? Due to an old programming, I want to say. So yeah, you can expect things to be a little bit easier. Okay, like the energy is definitely shifted. Mercury here, it has to do with the mind. We also have the Sun out here twice. It came out quite a few times. And Taurus energy, like you're starting to see the worth and the value in things, right? Instead of like always looking for problems in scenarios. I'm really getting like scenarios that you've been going through with people, okay? Yeah. You're starting to look at the value of things instead of nitpicking. There was like a nitpicky energy. Because let me just say one thing. Christ consciousness, yes. We can sit here and say that we have a positive mindset for the most part. Yes, we've healed the mindset. But healing isn't linear. And this type of like negative thinking and it's because of the emotions that are stored in the body. When the emotions that are stored in the body rise up to be released, that mindset with those said emotions are going to come into play. That's why I said you can't really you got to sit there and let the emotions kind of run through their course to release out of your body. And while that's happening, there's definitely a degrade happening within the mental aspect or the mental plane. So that's why when you go through these moments of like negative thinking and you just need to be by yourself or alone or whatever, you got to let it run its course. Because it's not just the mindset, it's not just the mental plane, it's the emotional plane as well. So while that is doing its thing, it's cyclic, right? Like cycles. Let's see. Jeez. Flirting and having fun. I feel like you're now in a more like a light and airy type energy. Blow your mind, quite literally. Quite literally. Okay, yeah, blow your mind. In the finish line. Yeah, see? You're in the zone. Blow your mind. Finish line. I told you. Grand finale type energy. Okay? Jeez. So creating a diversion to protect you. So while you go through these... see, you can't... Okay, hold on. I'm getting a lot. While you go through these... while you go through the motions, I want to say. Okay? Spirit creates diversion so you don't sabotage what you're working on or what you got going on while you're doing like a little bit of a mini purge, I want to say. Okay? So Spirit's going to be creating all sorts of diversions for the people around you and things that are happening around you. Also for yourself so that nobody gets caught in the crossfire. Okay? So you can't force or fear your way into it. What did I just say earlier? You can't force this to happen. You can't fear your way out of it. You have to kind of sit with it, let it shift. But because you have the awareness that it's happening, or you do now, you can kind of just let it run its course. I mean, there are moments where you can quantum leap, do mini quantum leaps out of the energy that's going on, but for the most part, you're going to find yourself going back into that negative thinking because there's like emotions that they're really bubbling up to the surface because it's the grand finale. These are going to be gone for, that is over. Yeah. It's like a grand finale. And don't ever feel like you are annoying your spirit team. Okay? Or the people around you is what I'm getting as well. Don't ever feel like you annoy somebody with your antics because I feel like you're purging a lot and you might be telling people, like you might be a little bit more irritated or irritable. All right? And you could be telling people like, listen, I don't know what's happening, but I might be a little annoying. So someone around you, you might feel like you're being annoying or something like that, but you're learning right now. Okay? Learn. Cannot force or fear your way into it. So, let's see. Flirting and having fun. That sun being out here so many times, I feel like you might have been in the period of the sun and the moon. The sun. Okay, so you might have been in a period in the dark, in the moon type energy, but the sun is coming out again. So flirting and having fun. What's going on here? The Eight of Cups. The Queen of Cups. Yeah, you moved away from something emotionally. I told you, this has to do, it's not just the mental, it's the emotional that was coming up. So I feel like now with this perspective switch and transformation with the Hangman, Scorpio, Gemini energy, this perspective is now switched. Okay, a proverbial light came on. But I feel like you've walked away from a lot of emotions that were keeping you in a very old mindset, like a very old mindset, and how you viewed a certain situation or a relationships or just relationships in general or a work situation, whatever the situation was. You've come into a scenario where those emotions could be triggered, per se. Okay? So there was a lot of you might have done a lot of healing, yes, but there are certain scenarios and situations that arise that trigger emotional wounds that have not been uncovered yet. Yes, you've done a lot, but there's still like a little bit here and there that, is lingering. It's just lingering crap that you're getting rid of or you have gotten rid of. So blow your mind. I just saw the Queen of Swords. So the Four of Wands, this is a celebration. You're blowing people's minds. Like I said, the environment and the people around you are kind of noticing something here happening within you. This Death card with the transformation, flirting and having fun, walking away from old emotions. You're now having fun. Okay, you're in a more celebratory type energy with the Four of Wands. People could be celebrating around you too. They could be noticing the shift. In the finish zone though, finish line. Here's the Death card. So you are in the finish line of this transformation. Okay. A lot has been cleared out. You could be feeling stiff and sore, right? Your muscles, your joints, aches and pains and stiff and sore and just like overall cranky, like your body's kind of cranky. That's because all of this is coming up and like releasing. So creating a diversion to protect you. What's going on here? Also, while you're going through this, like Spirit's kind of, I don't know, protecting you from people that would take advantage of this with that Ten of Swords. Okay? Creating diversions to protect you, Ten of Swords. For people that want to kick you while you're down. That type of vibe. You feel me? Creating a diversion to protect you. Ooh. Emperor, King of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. Wow. Okay, so Spirit could, again, the finish line. Until this is done, blow your mind. So Spirit is literally blowing your mind right now. Like quite literally, like giving it a cleanse. In the finish line. So with this Emperor, King of Cups, and the Ten of Cups, this could be family, a father figure, okay, a baby daddy, whatever type energy. I feel like Spirit's keeping somebody busy or distracted until something is done. In the zone, finish line, right? Also, I feel like Spirit is kind of keeping you distracted. If this is you, Divine Masculine here. Kind of distracted with other things while the purge happens. Because it doesn't just happen all at once, right? It sifts through very slowly. So this could have been happening over the course of like the last month or so. Where you've been going through releasing. Eclipse season could have really eclipsed your ass, okay? I'm telling you, okay? For real. Things that you thought, oh yeah, dead and gone. Like, I ain't gonna worry about that. Oh yeah, no, they be coming up, baby. Okay? Can't force or fear your way into it. What's going on here? Yeah, the Five of Cups. You can't depress your ass all the way up into it either. There's emotions here, right? This is also, you can't drink your problems away or party your problems away. Can't like force it. You gotta like sit in it. You could have been distracting yourself a little bit, right? Diversions, distractions, but Five of Cups, you can't force your way. You can't force these feelings up, right? You can't force the emotions that have been stuck for a long time. You can't force them out of your body. As much as you'd love to, bitch, because me included. You just can't, right? It's not how, that's not how it works, I guess. But you can ease it along, but you can't force something. Like I said, you had to sit in an energy for a little bit here. Well, it has been slowly releasing, kind of like, I don't know, a methane gas from a lake or something, you know, slowly bubbling up. Blah, 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 blah. All right. But the finish line is here. There is a celebration happening here pretty soon. So don't ever feel like you annoy us or me or whatever. What's this about? Hierophant and the Six of Swords. Choose peace, Kay. This could be your spirit team. Don't ever feel like you're annoying your spirit team while you go through this process because, damn, they be there guiding you through it. Because while you're in that negative mindset, you could be bombarding them with questions. Like, what do I do about this? What do I do about that? And because you're in a little bit of a cranky state, I would want to say, just because you're purging a lot of crud, you could be asking them, what is going on here? Why? Should I do this? Should I do that? And you're wanting to do things because of the emotions, these old emotions that come up, right? The actions that you would usually take when you're feeling that type of way. You got your spirit team there Don't be doing that. Don't be doing this. So yes, they are guiding you through this, okay? Creating diversions and stuff like this so you don't, fall off the bike, okay? So yeah, don't ever feel like you annoy them. They're giving you information. Choose peace, okay? You're on your way out of here. This is like divinely orchestrated as well, okay? Learning. We're learning here. Okay, so this is a 3 wands. All right. Oh, when did I see that? I saw a license plate. When was it? Last year. Fuck. It was something about learning. Like, I forget what it said, but it was so funny. Like, learn something. Like, but it was pretty much saying, like, learn the lesson here. Okay, it was kind of funny. Anyway, let's see what's learn. What do we got going on? The 6 of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. See, yeah, past, right? We're learning. Page of Pentacles. Okay. Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands is communication, right? See, these emotions, these King of Cups and the 6 of Cups, this like past emotions that are kind of coming up. Okay. Page and the pages are like messages, right? Yeah, the King of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, and the Magician. It's a mindset here. Yeah, see, the Death card, okay? There's definitely, you've learned something here when it comes to mindsets. Maybe even perhaps when you're doing some sort of emotional purge, not to get swept up in the mindset that comes with it. I feel like that might, yeah, the 5 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups. I feel like this is what you've learned throughout this whole thing too, is not to get swept up in it. Okay. Being very stable, rock solid with the King of Pentacles. Grounded, right? Because you kind of have to let it happen, but not to get swept up in it is another story. Right? You know? The Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. Jeez, this is like also a relationship type thing going on here too. Learn. Knight of Pentacles. Something was really slow in the beginning, was it not? Did I not have that? Oh, I shuffled it. Damn. I know I had the Knight of Pentacles come up somewhere. Something was very slow. But then we have the 6 of Wands. So here, communication, Aries. Again, Mars energy, the movement was very slow. It was a very slow learning process, I feel. Or just felt slow, you know. Hangman, 2-man, yeah. Oh, here we go. Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So things are picking up. And the Empress. So yeah, it's like, it feels like speed's going to be picking up. Because you're in the finish line now and things are changing. The energy's changing. So if you were, yeah, the Hierophant, the Hermit and the Ace of Wands. So yeah, collective, you can kind of expect a shift. See what else you kind of need to hear and then we'll kind of close her out. Wedge, something or someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something that you want. Control your anger or you'll be sorry, see? Celebration, fun, and enjoyment. See that? Anger was causing or was going to cause a wedge. You could have been very angry the past month or so. Anger is coming up. That's why we have the diversion. Okay? Because the anger would have caused a wedge between something that you want and justice here. So the anger had to be purged, baby. Everything that you was mad at in the past or things that you would get mad at normally. That all came up to be purged. So you might have found yourself a little triggered and a little pissed off lately. But that had to go because it would cause a wedge later on down the road with what you got coming on, you know, going on here. So that anger had to be purged ASAP Rockino. And now you can expect fun, you know? Yeah, forces working against you. It was the anger here. That's the emotion, see? Risky. That's that Mars energy too, right? So, blow your mind and stuff. Yeah, great happiness now because you're in the finish line. So there has been a lot of purging, emotional purging, specifically anger, irritation. Now you're going to have great happiness and pleasure with close friends. Again, these diversions and stuff. So you can expect things to be a little bit better in your career also. Okay? And something that could have been happening since June. But you have angelic help here too. All right? So my loves, that was your guys' reading. If it resonated with y'all, hit up that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Motherfucking Vibe Tribe. And I'll see you guys down below in the comment section. Bye for now.